Hey guys and welcome to a new video. MC Mura here, and today we're gonna show you how you can improve your anti-airs in Street Fighter 6. I got Kimberly because she got a hard jump arc to anti-air, and we got Terry as a quintessential DP character pretty much. So she's gonna jump, Terry got a pretty good DP, so let's check it out. And see? Easy, right? Let's do it one more time. Easy. Okay, this can happen. This can happen. Oh, Terry! Street Fighter 6 have been out for a while, and the game made a lot of changes to the very traditional Street Fighter formula. The clip I'm about to show you is gonna be considered a survivor horror clip by a subset of players, so let's check it out. Yep, that DP whiffing. This happens to almost all characters that got a DP anti-airs in Street Fighter 6, and even some characters that got like flash kick charges, you are still prone to this happening to you. This was done by Chico, one of our best local players and absolutely the biggest Cammy hater on the planet. Oh my god, just check that Discord profile. Cammy. This guy's out to get you. But what you just seen is very common. If you're a player who play a DP character, I'm sure this have already happened to you at some point or another. And as you can see in the video, Chico is doing the uppercut from a crouching position as late as possible, but sometimes some angles this will just happen to you. And I think there is a lot of reasons that this is something that happens a lot more in Street Fighter 6, at least compared to the previous games. One of the main reasons that this happen is that DPs in general are a lot slower in Street Fighter 6 compared to other titles. Street Fighter 6, the fastest light DP will be 5 frames by the Shotos. Lily does have a 4-frame uppercut, but this is the exception, and this is with her light punch DP if she got the windstock on, right? That's amazing. Everyone else got at best a 5-frame DP. Prior games, Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 4, we had 3-frame light DPs, so that was a lot faster. These 2 frames make a lot of difference. You see, the issue is because the DPs are slower, if you do the input early, your character will go, say, forward and your DP will whiff. But if you wait as late as possible to do it and the opponent happen to empty jump, there is a very likely chance that they will get to empty jump that DP. They will land and they will block and you will get punished. And this is what the Chun-Li did in the clip Chico posted. However, in the prior games, because DPs had faster startup, this was much less likely to happen. It was still possible, but it was much less likely to happen. And there is another major reason why players feel like they have to deal with this more, and that is the fact that walk speeds in general are slower in Street Fighter 6. Again, in the previous game, especially like Street Fighter 4, walk speeds were generally faster across the board. Now, does this mean that Akuma didn't have any answers? Absolutely not. Akuma could have just did like a jumping medium punch and he could have gotten a big fat combo out of that, but a lot of the Street Fighter purists still do feel wronged about this. They feel like Street Fighter is fireball uppercut, and if the uppercut is not the answer to everything, and if the uppercut does have some blind spots where you simply can't anti-air reliably, to a lot of people that makes them very upset. So this probably raises a question, are DPs bad currently in Street Fighter 6? And it's a valid question. Now, I do think DPs in general haven't lost their purpose, as the main idea of a DP is that it's an invincible anti-air move, and this gives you a couple of benefits. For starter, if you're dealing with moves like dive kicks, like Cammy's dive kick for example, it's much easier to anti-air it with an uppercut than it is with a regular normal, but also the main benefit really is that you get to throw moves around in the ground, and if the opponent happen to jump, you still happen to be able to anti-air. Characters that don't have a DP, they gotta hold it if they whiffed something because they are prone to outright losing, or at the very best, getting a trade. This is alleviated a little bit in Street Fighter 6 because there is the option of trying to go for a parry, and a lot of players still actually do try to go for parries after whiff, even if they got a TP. Like, instead of going for the guaranteed damage, they still go for the perfect parry, but yeah, you get guaranteed damage, guaranteed anti-air. So in that regard, DPs are still really good. What do you guys think? They're convinced? I hope so. If you like the video but you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Over 70% of my viewers aren't, so you get to see more of me and my friends, the EX-Men. And yes, like, in my canon, Magneto is... I recruited him. Excuse the silliness and enjoy the rest of your video. Like I said in the intro, at the start of the video, Street Fighter 6, they did change things, and things that have been very traditional in the Street Fighter games. For example, let's say that you're fighting Guile. It has always been, if Guile is crouching, you don't get to jump at him because he got flash kick and he's gonna anti-air you. But if Guile is walking backwards, then yeah, like, you can jump at him because he have to use a normal anti-air, and that might lose, he might mistime it. If he whiff the move on the ground, he doesn't get to anti-air, etc, etc. But in Street Fighter 6, that doesn't happen because Guile can walk backwards and BAM! Level 3 flash kick you and you lost like 40%. The flash explosion, like that type of anti-air super for Guile, was always that brittle motion where you have to hold down back, and that is to make it so that Guile does need to down back to get the invincible anti-air option, but not anymore. Guile also didn't use to get combos out of his crouching medium kick. It used to always be like a busted poke, but now he gets combos. Zangief Lariat, that used to hit on both sides, and now it doesn't. DPs in general, at the start at least, were a meterless invincible reversals. Now you have to use the OD versions. Command grabs, they used to be like instant frame 1 reversals, but now they're not. Street Fighter have changed so many things throughout the year, and I highly suspect that what is going on with DPs right now is totally intentional by Capcom, especially when you consider that most of the characters that have a DP also got a jumping normal that will put the opponent to a float state where they can get further damage, and obviously some other characters got air grabs. You know what it is. So I do think this is intentional by Capcom, and I know a lot of purists absolutely love the DP that beats everything, and there is a lot of pride and a lot of skill in being able to anti-air DP every angle. But with everything I just said, in the context of Street Fighter 6, I think it's fine. I think it's just fine to accept that yes, there are some angles where maybe you just need to jump back. I know that in the Akuma clip as well, Chico could have just walked forward and did a cross cut, and that was a good option, but obviously he would lose the corner, so I understand the reason for trying to TP. Anyways, what are your thoughts on this clip? Do you think that DBs are weak right now in Street Fighter 6? Do you think it's fine? Do you think DBs should have a blind spot where you're not really able to hit the opponent? I would love to hear your thoughts about all of it in the comment section below. I will be leaving a link to the Patreon, Discord, Twitter, and Twitch pages in the description. Thank you so much for watching and stay safe.